The rain right across eastern Australia has been extraordinary these past few days, and it's still coming. We are in the middle, we're told, of a La Niña event. Let's cross now to Rob Sharpe, Sky News meteorologist. Rob, tell us. We hear it all the time. In simple layman's terms, what is La Niña?
Well, it's all about the Pacific Ocean, Chris. We have colder water out in the Pacific Ocean to the northeast of Australia, right through the middle of that ocean. So that's indicated by these blue and in some cases purple shaded areas. And so that means that when you've got colder than usual waters through the middle of the largest ocean in the world, it has a big influence on the weather patterns around the world. And so we end up with the winds being a little bit stronger running through that through that blue shaded area, and the moisture is carried from the Pacific Ocean down towards Australia, where we've got warmer than usual seas, and that's quite common during a La Niña event. So we've got warmer waters surrounding Australia, particularly to our north, and that's linking up with the Pacific Ocean more generally to produce extra cloud and therefore extra rainfall in northern, central and eastern parts of the country. So here's the Bureau's forecast for the summertime. Areas in the green out in the east of the country are likely to see a wetter than normal summertime. Doesn't mean that it's going to be wet every day or anything like that, but we are going to see extra cloud cover compared to a typical summer and extra rainfall compared to a typical summer as well. Something fairly similar to what we saw last year, and that's having a big influence on the bushfire season as well. In these blue shaded areas, the bushfire season is expected to be quieter than normal. So that's what you would expect considering all the rainfall we're expecting. But in areas in the red, including central New South Wales and out in parts of WA, there's been so much rain already and those areas are grassed that we're likely to see more fires than usual across those areas, because at some point during the summer, we're going to see plenty of heat and sunshine, especially in Western Australia. And therefore those grassed areas and cropped areas are likely to turn into infernos and run pretty rapidly across the landscape. So that's something to be concerned by in terms of the fires this season.
Yeah, like we've had enough rain already. It's been great to fill the rivers and the dams, but as you say, we'd expect a wetter than normal summer. Have we made much progress in predicting a La Niña event or El Nino, or do we just have to basically watch and wait for them to come?
Yeah, so the progress is slowly coming year on year on. There's more and more research towards that area. We get early indications, but still it's tricky to forecast La Niña and El Nino. It's always just the chances of one developing or another. But at the moment, there's a lot of flooding going on in eastern parts of Australia, including in Scone, where we've had major flooding today. The Namoy River, we've got major flooding around Wee Waa and heading out towards Gunnedah. Again, we've seen major flooding there already last week. The Hunter River at Scone, moderate flooding predicted for Muswellbrook tonight, and major flooding in the Lachlan River, and Condobolin is likely to go into moderate flood as well. And there's quite a few other rivers in the east of the country in moderate flood. So moderate flooding in Bathurst, Mendoran, Yarraman, and also for Goondiwindi on the Queensland border as well. So a lot of water flowing around the country.
Indeed, plenty for people to keep an eye on. Thanks for that explanation, Rob. I appreciate it.
No worries.